Hi all my crafty friends, and welcome back to Designs by Gaddis. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad you found my channel. Be sure to like this video and subscribe. By doing so, you will help others, just like yourself, be able to find my home decor DIY videos. For this cute little mug, I used this $5 tea set from Family Dollar. I looked for one at Dollar Tree and couldn't find one. All I really needed out of this whole set was the little teacups. So if you can find kid-sized teacups at Dollar Tree, I would recommend just using them. I used a Dollar Tree sanding block to rough up the outside of the plastic so my paint would stick. I then took the teacups outside and spray painted them with white spray paint. I found these adorable faces and chocolate drippings on design bundles. I'll leave links to both of these in the description. I used my Cricut to size them and cut them out. I painted the rim of the cup and the front with Mod Podge and dried it with my hot air gun. This way I knew the chocolate dripping and the faces would both adhere correctly to the plastic. I didn't use transfer paper for the chocolate. I simply removed it from the vinyl backing and applied it to the rim of the cup. I did try using transfer paper, but it just didn't work right. I used transfer tape and layered the face on the transfer tape and then applied it to the front of the cup. I used half a round floral foam ball in the bottom of the cup to help hold up the caulk. I cut the caulking tube at an angle and started applying it to the mug. Once the caulk was at a good level, I used some colorful foam beads, some pink and purple glass beads, a foam Valentine heart, and a cut-off paper straw, all from Dollar Tree, to decorate the top. I just love the way this little mug turned out. It's the perfect size for a tiara tray, and it's just so stinking cute. To create the little tiered tray cupcakes, I used a couple of donuts out of this set I got from Dollar Tree and some paper cupcake holders. I simply placed the donuts in the bottom of the cupcake holders. I used my caulk again to create the frosting on top of the cupcakes. I filled in the center hole of each donut first. I then started applying the caulk like you would with frosting onto a cupcake. Once I had both cupcakes covered, I began decorating them. I used some pink foam beads, pink and purple glass beads, and the little foam Valentine stickers from Dollar Tree. While the caulk was drying, I realized the paper was starting to flatten out because of the weight of the caulk. I used a couple of these little red bowls from Dollar Tree and placed the cupcakes in them until the caulk was dry. That seemed to have fixed the problem. And just look at how stinking cute these little cupcakes turned out. And they are the perfect size for that Valentine's tiara tray. I decided I needed a gnome, of course. I used an old pill bottle and these cute kid socks from Dollar Tree. To start, I inserted the pill bottle into a white sock, but you could still see the pill bottle, so I placed another sock over the first one. I used a piece of string to tie the top of the white sock. I then took the little pink striped sock and added it to the top for the hat. I used a mop head and cut little pieces of rope off for the beard. I had used this mop head in a previous video, so I just cut the short pieces of the rope. After I cut the short strings, I folded them in half and cut them again to make them shorter. I used a piece of cardstock to glue the rope onto. I have found this is easier than gluing it directly to the gnome. I put down a little bit of glue and then pressed the strings into the glue. I wanted the beard to be thicker, so I used more rope and glued it to the top of the rope I had placed on the cardstock. I did this across the entire first layer. I then held the beard up to the gnome to position it. I took the hat off and applied glue to the cardstock on the beard. I aligned the beard and stuck it to the gnome. Once the glue was holding, I pulled the edge of the white sock down over the start of the beard. I used a pink foam ball for the nose and simply glued it to the gnome. I replaced the pink sock hat. I trimmed the beard with scissors. I decided I wanted to give him arms and have him hold a little heart. I used pink felt to create the arms. I cut it down to size and hot glued it in a roll and glued it to the gnome. I tried to center the arms up with the nose. I then used a red felt sticker for him to hold. I still wasn't happy with his hat. I took a piece of white string and tied it at the top and then trimmed the top of the hat a little. I then added another heart sticker to the center of his hat. Perfect. I think this is my favorite little gnome so far. He is just so stinking cute. Last but not least is this cute Be Mine mini jar. I used a clear jar from Dollar Tree. The jar actually came with seashells in it. I poured them out to use for another project later. I took the jar outside and spray painted it pink. I found this SVG file on Design Bundles and thought it would be perfect for this little jar. After sizing, cutting, and weeding the vinyl, I applied it to the jar using transfer paper. I used these little heart picks from Dollar Tree and cut them down. I decided to add ribbon to each of them. I got this ribbon in the baby shower section at Dollar Tree. I thought it would be perfect for Valentine's decor. I tied a simple bow, and if you follow me on a regular basis, you know no bow is simple for me. And then glued them to the stick of each heart. I used a piece of white string and wrapped it around the neck of the jar and tied it in the back. I used various pieces of sprigs, cut them down to size, and placed them around the hearts to complete the look. And just look how sweet the little bottle turned out. If you haven't already, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel. I upload weekly home decor DIY videos, and you know you don't want to miss any of them. So go ahead and hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. And as always, thanks for watching. Until next time, happy crafting!